You're not connected.
I'm not connected? Oh. Uh-oh.
There you are.
There I am.
We got the packet, but not anything forwarded.
Hold on just a second. I don't know why this isn't looping. Properties. Loop. Okay. There we go. It wasn't looping.
And
Hi.
volume's down.
Volume is down. Huh. Odd. Is that what people have said? I'm not seeing anything. AJ, go. Good morning. It's Monday. Hi. Let me go over here. So, hi everybody. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes. Jen can hear me. What I'm trying to say is that I do have a tea this morning from my non-sponsored Sips Buy box that my moderators got me. And this one is Bare Leaves, organic nigiri black tea. It's a loose leaf tea. It's okay. It's a black tea. It's not anything spectacular, but it's good. Oh my goodness. So we do finally have the picture over here of our author of the month, Kay Parquet. Give her a check out because it is awesome. Let's see. Let me put a link in here real fast. That is kparquet.com. Check that out. She's got some ream stories and some awesome stuff. So check her out. Let me see if I can pin this. No, I want to. No. Oh, never mind. Into the Fire comes. The fire. If the Seas Catch Fire comes out on the 7th, you can pre-order it ahead of time. Let's see what else. So many things. Book birthdays this month. Code of Fire is free. Just head on over to my site. There is, you can get the Fire Inside for free until tomorrow. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. I have started working on the box set. So going back and fixing things in the first books. I've also been editing Obsidian Vendetta, which is my urban fantasy novel under the pen name Anne Crow, which you can read The Hematite Without Faith, which is a Kindle Vella right now. If you go to Kindle Vella, type in Anne Crow and Hematite Without Faith. I will have a new episode coming out this coming Friday. So I also have a friend coming to visit, and a friend date on Sunday, and a date on Sunday. So goodness, I'm hoping to get my hair done. As you can see, I have a lot of new growth that needs to be done. I finished a TV show last night called Cinderella and Her Four Knights. It's a Korean drama, and it was a very interesting take on the Cinderella story. It was unusual. Very good. The backstories, the writing was very well done. The characters had good character arcs, and they learned stuff, and they became a family in the end, which was awesome. I highly recommend it. It is on Netflix. Check out Cinderella and Her Four Knights. I just finished it last night because I have insomnia. I think I watched like 4 episodes, maybe 5 last night, 4.5, something like that. Yeah, by the time I went to sleep, my eyes were not happy with me. But I eventually got sleep. I also have physical therapy again this week. I need to work on my core muscles. I think I need to get my exercise ball back out and work on it. I'm also trying to go walking once a week with my roommate. We're about to have stuff changing around here, but that's okay. Roll with the flow. So let's see what we have in our list book here. Things I want to try. So share in the comments or in the chat things that you would like to try. Things I would like to try. I'd like to try to play a song on the guitar. I would like to try going up in a hot air balloon. I would like to try bibimbap, which is kind of a Korean sushi roll, something like that. It looks really good. There's a lot of foods I want to try. I want to try international travel. What else would I like to try? Thing is I try new things all the time. I would like to try painting with oils. I've done oil pastels. But painting with oils would be fun. I would like to try driving the Pacific North Highway, the whole route, or most of the route. I've done a little bit of it because one of my favorite beaches is on Pacific Coast Highway, and that's Newport Beach in Southern California. It's kind of a less popular beach. It's not as crowded as like Long Beach. I don't know. There's like a lot of things I would like to try and a lot of things I've already tried. So what would you like to try? Let's see, what else has been going on? I haven't done a lot of reading books because I've been doing a lot of reading on television. Which I really need to get back to reading. Actually, I have to get the book that I've been reading, or that I started, back to my roommate. But yeah, what would I like to try as a writer? would like to try going to a writer's conference. I would like to try writing different forms of poetry because I've done some poetry, but I haven't done a whole lot. I've done haiku, and I've done a little bit of other poetry. I'd like to try to write a song. I don't know. I've already tried some really new things writing. And things are getting much easier editing wise. So, oh my goodness. I did recently go back and put in the timestamps for when I am reading for The Fire Inside. So that way, if you're rewatching and you want to hear the books, you can just click on the timestamp. I need to do it for Into the Fire, and I will try to keep doing that moving forward. So yeah. Let's see, what else? Not really a whole lot going on. I'm doing a lot of editing, but the books are coming out, so publishing is happening. I've got a new blog coming out this Wednesday, all about the fire inside. I mean, if the seas catch fire, which I'm super excited about. So I guess we will just get to writing this morning. To reading this morning. All right. Oh, wait, here we go. Hi, Kay. You are so welcome. You are our author of the month. Of course I would. Okay. There we go. That's better. Now I'm not underneath the video there. All right. Let's see. Go here. We are on chapter 28. This is an Anna chapter. The tang of cranberry sauce and the smoky hint of cooked meat announces the Thanksgiving holiday meals. Families with small children are navigating the maze of hallways just beyond my door. Tony left a few hours ago to grab a shower and a change of clothes, and now I seem out of the danger zone. Flowers fill every flat surface, adding their subtle fragrance, and with them are cards from well-wishers. They do a pretty good job of masking the cleaning products used at the hospital. The astringent scents of the heavy disinfectants are getting on my nerves. There are moments where I'm unsure where I am, and I expect Emmanuel to come in at any moment and the torture to start up again. Instead, it's nurses and doctors, and now a nice person bringing me dinner from a large warming cart. I'm sure someone will be here to see you soon, dear, the delicate lady says as she places the meal tray on my table and adjusts it. Speaking of us, I hear Tony say from the doorway. Glancing over, I watch him come into the room, followed by my father and Paige. The latter holds a plate with stuffed turkey slices and makes me grin to see it. We ran into the doctor a few moments ago. He said that you can go home tomorrow as long as someone is there to help you. The relief is palpable on Dad's face. I want to get out of here, not sure I want to go home, though. I need to talk to you all about that. Tony visibly tenses, and worry etches more lines around his eyes. I'm taking a big chance, but if nothing else, I trust him and the good people in my life, so I take the leap. I'm going with Tony to Seattle as quickly as we can arrange it, I say into the silence. I don't see myself going back to my apartment. Tony makes sounds of agreement while Dad watches me with a smile of understanding and pride, replacing his worried expression. Paige, I'm offering you a partnership in the company. It'll require you to take on a lot of the business up front while I recover. I lift my left wrist in her direction to show how much trouble I'd have working with one hand. Shock fills her face and I almost lower my arm. She didn't realize the extent of my injuries. I continue before she can say no without hearing me out first. It will also come with the apartment as part of the package and my car as a company vehicle. Are you serious? She asks. I nod my head. Yes, oh my God, yes! She finishes and I smile at her and raise my good right arm for a professional handshake. I'll get a lawyer to draw up papers and we can negotiate percentages then. Does this mean you want to come and live in my apartment in Seattle? Tony's voice is soft and a little lost, as if he can't believe I've said it. If you'll have me, but we might have to upgrade someday, I tell him and watch a smile fill his face. I realize my lawyers will need me to talk about the trial, I add. I won't get on the stand. I never want to see that man again in my life. Everyone nods in agreement. I'll need someone to pack all my stuff except for the work equipment for Paige to keep here. Working on a list of things to do has helped me gain some control over my fear. How will we move it to Seattle? I'll get that all taken care of. Leave it to me. Tony sits down for the first time since entering. He lifts the lid off my meal, puts a napkin on my chest, and pushes the button to bring me to a seated position. Smiling at him, I let him take care of me as I make plans for Dad to visit Seattle for Christmas. Dad and Paige leave a little while later. I love you, I say as he brings a spoonful of mashed potatoes and gravy to my lips. I love you too. I'm still a little weak and I wore myself out at breakfast trying to feed myself. The chatter of rushing feet and raised voices filled the hallway a while later. I dismiss it at first as people visiting patients on the floor until I recognize the tones. A look of soft humiliation fills Tony's face. Before we know it, his family comes flooding into the room. His sister is first, and she shouts down the hall that she's found us. His mom rushes to my side and fusses over me like a mother hen. Drawing the spoon from Tony, she takes over, helping me eat. They place more flowers around, along with a giant turkey balloon. Gabriella, bring me that cooler bag, Valentina orders Tony's sister. When she has it, she pulls out a slice of pumpkin pie and a bowl of homemade whipped cream. Had to make you something special? We talk about coming over for dinner when I'm better before Tony and I leave Texas. It takes Tony an hour of subtle nudging to get his family out, and I expect he promises some things he might regret later. I smile at him, and then an overwhelming realization takes over. I'm part of this wonderful, enormous family and a group of friends now. Warmth fills me and mixes with the inner fire that has kept me going through everything. Tony and I stay on the rental the guys used. We were already paying for it, so we guessed we might as well continue the temporary lease. It's a nice 2-bedroom home built in the 70s in Fort Worth's hospital district. Travis and Raven's Christmas party invitation comes to us in the mail while we're there. I meet with the police and my legal team about the case against Emmanuel, and they record my statements so I won't have to attend the trial. Leona Hall, my lawyer, hopes that Emmanuel's legal team will urge him to take a plea deal and avoid a hearing. Paige and I sign papers a few days before we fly out. Tony visits with Landon. He takes a message to him from me, telling him that no matter what, we'll help him. We make sure he has Tony's address. Walt organizes a private flight for us to Seattle on a friend's jet. A mobile storage unit moves the stuff from my apartment, and it'll be available when I'm ready for it. You ready? Tony asks me as he helps me buckle in the jet's engine humming beneath us. More than you can imagine, I answer just before the pilot comes over the intercom. He informs us of how soon we'll be taking off. I'm looking forward to settling in, I admit, as I snuggle into his shoulder and stay there for the rest of the flight. So I'm going to go ahead and finish it here because the next chapter is the epilogue. So we're going to have an extended today. So here's the epilogue, and this is a Tony. Travis and Raven rented out the bar and lounge at the hotel where they first met for their New Year's Eve party and announced their happy engagement. Travis is finally out of the sling, and I couldn't be happier. He orbits her all evening, surrounded by his family, as they talk animatedly about wedding plans. The sight gives me hope. They'll have a happy future. Raven could use some pleasant memories. Nash is a quiet presence near the entrance, and I inform him I didn't intend to return to my former job. His past is darker than would be healthy for any man, and he needs some light in his life. Mike State is a petite, curvy blonde who favors bright colors. His brother Kevin and his wife Serenity are both on the dance floor. The DJ plays some old school R&B. I also spot Robert, Travis' agent, as well as Eric, one of his oldest friends and the producer of Justice. They're chatting with Celeste, their new publicist, and it sounds like they're having a grand time. Eric waves when he catches me smiling, and I salute him. Mia, the photographer Anna used for the photo shoot, is snapping photos, doing an excellent job of being a guest, as well as capturing candid moments. She makes her way to us, and I leave them to talk about work. I motion Nate, Malcolm, Elliot, and Walt over. Can I ask y'all a question? Shoot, Elliot puts his arm on Walt's shoulder. I'm starting a business, and I'd like to have you all as partners. I run my hands through my hair. What kind? Walt asks, leaning in a bit to hear over the music. Private investigation and protection, get off the side hustle. Thinking of the nightmare we've come out of takes my breath for a moment. What do you say? I rush on. I have 3 months left on my contract, but I'm game, Nate answers. Count me in, Elliot pats me on the back. Yeah, Walt nods. I want to talk about my job for a change. I can go anywhere pretty much, so I'm in, Malcolm says, and we bump fists. Okay, I nod. Please. Then we'll hammer it all out soon. Walt must have noticed me seeking Anna out among the crowd, because he points her out to me, still with Mia. Her shoulders are drooped, and she's holding her injured arm close. Nate's attention fixes on the entrance as Alyssa walks in, short red hair up off her neck. She's wearing a slinky green dress that sets off her bright blue eyes and a heart-shaped face and stresses her shapely figure. I think Raven was right when she theorized that there was something going on between them. Alyssa slips up to Malcolm, puts a hand on his arm, and whispers, "They grew up together." Her words look like they upset him, and he shakes his head as he moves away. Giving a fist bump to Walt, I leave the circle and make my way to Anna's side. She's talking over plans for her spring line of lingerie, spinning locations, colors, and themes. To hear her strategize for the future gives me hope. But Anna's still recovering and tires easily. She beams at me as I join them, asking with my gaze if she wants to head upstairs. Her eyes answer mine, dull and tired. Making our excuses, I weave to Travis. He smiles and waves us on. Nate and Alyssa are at the bar, their heads close. Malcolm is a few seats away by himself, drinking and pouting in a mood. Walt dances with his teenage daughter, making her laugh at his antics. I put my arm around Anna as we walk by them all, and I think about how lucky I am. Ushering her out of the lounge, I give Nash a quick goodbye as we make our way to the mirrored elevators. We rented a room for the night in anticipation of her need to rest, or in case of a panic attack. I smile the picture of us. I'm straight pillar in my tux next to her full figure displayed in a pink party dress. Her blonde hair is up in some complicated twist, the soft curls framing her face. She gazes back at our reflection with love lightening her eyes. Even the tired lines can't distract from her beauty. We grin at our reflections. I'm dying to hold you, she smiles and leans into my side, letting me take some of her weight. The elevator dings and opens on a very disheveled Mallory and Steve. They haven't returned their clothes to rights. I once dated this woman who was newly widowed, he says. Her husband had concocted this outlandish scheme to send her letters for a year after he died. They haven't noticed us. We tried, but it was too weird, and so we stayed friends instead, Damn it, Steve, that's the story of a minor character from a rom-com, she accuses him. I laugh, knowing that Steve's guilty pleasure is watching such movies with Raven, Mallory's best friend. Anna covers her giggles with her hand as the couple realizes we're waiting to get on the elevator. I beam at the sound of her laughter. Tony, Anna, Mallory walks off back towards the party. He laughs and motions us on the waiting elevator in a grand gesture. Have a good night, Steve, Anna tells him. Oh, it has already been a great one, he replies, a mischievous smile lighting his face. The elevator's closed, and I can't help but ask a question that's been burning in my brain for a while. How did you make it through what Emmanuel did to you? She's quiet for a while. Have I crossed a line? Before I reassure her she doesn't have to answer, she does. Because there was a fire inside me that burned brighter than what was around me. And I believe you would find me. Had to hold on so I would be there for you to recover. I believe in you too, and I love you more than words can say. I bang my head down to kiss her forehead softly. She sighs and snuggles deeper into my arms. So I hope you enjoyed the Fire Inside, Tony and Anna's story. Next week we will start Home Fires, so I'm super excited about that. So I can't wait to see you guys next week. Have fun, take care, try new teas. You never know what you'll like. And I will see you Friday. Good luck, everybody.